What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am motivated and I want to start prepping the body for vinyl wrapping. We're not going to be doing the vinyl wrapping in today's video. I'm giving you guys that heads up right now, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to take off all the trims and moldings off the car that I do not want bodywork over or sprayed with primer. The car itself does not require a lot of bodywork, minor dings here and there. The biggest thing is the roof, but I might possibly start the bodywork as well too. That's enough to get an idea in your guys' head, so let's go ahead and get to the car and get to work. Guys, last night I was working in the dark because the mosquitoes was wilding out, but we made some progress and we are ready to do some body work today. So I got all 4 moldings taken off the car, all 4 window trims taken off the car. I did pop a couple of these clips but salvaged most of them. So I got to clean up all the dirt and stuff that's kind of been caking underneath here, but not a big deal. So mirrors off as well too, tail lights, headlight, corner light. I'm not worried about any of those. I can tape it off and then take it off when you know, when we need to do the vinyl wrap and stuff. But aside from that, I am probably just gonna go through with the permanent marker to find whatever dents I can find with the naked eye, and I can see a fair amount of them, little dings and dents here and there, but nothing major. So like I've mentioned, I think I mentioned it, I'm not gonna do like a full body sand with this car. Maybe full body sand, but not like taking it down a lot, you know what I mean? I just want to sand down the areas that need to be repaired and then prime that spot and then maybe scuff up the entire car, because we're going to be vinyl wrapping it, so that means we don't want it to be bare underneath. But at least majority of the dent to the naked eye I want to remove. And I did mention something about the roof being the worst part of the car, which you know, it's very typical that these have dents in them, right, over time, because it separates from the beam, which I have right here. It's kind of caved in, except this section over here was actually hit, and I need to pull this out, straighten this out, and then figure out the you know, the skin to the beam on the inside to get this to come back out. I do also have this giant dent right here, and I think there was like one more. I don't know if this thing had a bike rack before or not. Right there, this one right here. But aside from that, got my permanent marker. Now I'm sure the right way is to block this down and then see all of the low spots to find the dents, but I'm okay with a little bit of dings popping through. These fenders, I wanted to switch it out because they have been rolled pretty good, and this car had its stance life at one point in time, but it's not like really wrinkled coming out, so I might end up just leaving it for now. And if I somehow destroy these fenders over time, I do have spare fenders, and I'm sure I'm gonna have leftover wrap to wrap some spare fenders, but I think I'm gonna leave these on the car because I do want the blue jam, just so I don't have to like wrap all the way to the tab on the inside. You can't see it, but not that bad. of a Fender. So there are some areas that need to be addressed, like all the rust right here, all this little scuff right here needs to be sanded off. Obviously I'm going to do that because the entire car has clear coat peel, and I feel like this car had either been resprayed or re-clear coated, because OE does not peel like this. And I can see a hard line right here, like they didn't take off the molding, you know what I mean? So this thing might have been clear coat because it is pretty damn shiny. So the entire car is going to get sanded down because of these hard lines, but these fenders aren't too shabby. This one I might have to just switch it out because this one messes with the hard line as far as the outward dent goes. I mean, I can always knock it back in, but it's too wrinkled. All of this right here, super wrinkled. You can see that it's pushed in because it doesn't line up with the bumper, but I'm not going to worry about this fender, I don't think. Which bodywork tape do you guys prefer? The yellow, the green, or just regular painter's tape? Because I really don't like this one. I'm going to use a stud weld gun to pull this out because this dent is distorting this line right here. I don't know if you guys can see that little kink coming out. I want to pull it out. Oi, not too shabby. So I did a third stud right there in the corner, and I was able to get that crease out of the body line, and that is looking good. This stud right here popped off easily, and fortunate for me, I didn't make a hole like I normally do, and I don't have to weld it up. So the only little low spot is between this weld and right here, but it's pretty straight for the most part. Light filler work. This should be nice and straight, ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and move on to something else. I don't know if I want to put a stud right here because there is a body line. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. You see this body line, and this dent actually goes right into it right here. So the line goes and it dips right there, then it goes across. This one's okay because it becomes flat right here, so I could just fill that in, no problem. But I'm debating if I want to grind this down and put one stud here and just to knock it out as much as I can, and then the rest will be filler work. So you know what, I'm probably just gonna do that. I know body filler has a shelf life the moment you open this. Anybody want to guess how long I've had this sitting around? So I put a stud on here twice, pulled it, tapped it, pulled it, and sanded it down with the orbital, and we're almost entirely back out. The body line, I can feel it's there, and I don't feel this dent on the top anymore, but definitely still need some filler work. You can see the low spots right there, but not a big deal. So this is the last thing I need to fill, and while this thing is still drying, I probably am going to sand the entire thing with, I have 150. I'm probably going to hit it with 150, and then just to make sure that all the clear coat comes off, because like when you put the wrap on and we still have the peely clear coat on top, and then when you peel the wrap off, like say if I put it on and you readjust, peel it off, it takes the clear coat off. Don't want that happening, so I'm going to sand this entire panel with 150, and then before the wrap we'll hit it with 400 wet. I'm sorry you guys, I got ahead of myself. It got dark, mosquitoes came out. Literally had to use my arm sleeve as leg sleeve because I'm wearing shorts and sweaters on. I'm sweating, it's hot right now, and I've already sanded most of the filler right there on that door, under door handle, all these little dinks you guys saw. And then I had to re-putty the wheel arch because I completely missed this section, and I sanded too much here, and this one here had a low spot, but everything else pretty solid. This one right here came out freaking solid, and I don't think I have any primer to prime the areas that are bare. These are bare right here, and I want to at least prime it before I close up for tonight, but I am going to continue tomorrow. What is this? High build primer. This is literally like at the very bottom. Maybe I can use the rest of that if it doesn't spit out of the nozzle, but I don't have anything else. What is this? This is guide coat, but Before I wrap it up for tonight, I do want to sand all the way to the top of the pillar and get this all nice and flattened out. All these clear coat right here, I want all of this gone just so it doesn't stick to the vinyl when I need to like pull it back and forth to stretch it out or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry if it's dark right now, but we're making progress. And today kind of started a little bit late, but we have almost the entire driver's side done. I actually haven't gone to the backyard to see the condition of the spare driver's side fender that I have, but definitely not going to be working with this dented front half fender right here. So I actually just remembered too, the homie Joel gave me his blue fenders because he went 3-piece front end on his sedan, and they're actually blue too. So I might go to the storage to see the condition of those fenders, just so that I can have a blue jam. But if worst case scenario, I do have extra paint from doing the engine bay, and I could literally just spray the white fender blue and then wrap it. That's another option too, and that sounds more fun, to be honest with you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and just let this dry up a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and sand the rest of the pillar, and then we'll probably pick up with the passenger side with you guys tomorrow in a second. Transtar, high built, cheaper than SEM product by $5, but it's going to do the job perfectly. This guy just came in and he's looking for primer, so it looks like this hatch is getting some loving too. You guys probably can't see it, but that right there used to be my favorite junkyard, South SJ. I scored a lot of stuff in this yard, and they shut it down a couple of years ago, and has been nothing there since. I want to say those fenders are also rolled, so I might just end up taking the driver's side since it is cleaner than the one that's currently on the car, and it's the same color too. So shout out to Joel. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to squeeze in between this, but it's rolled, but it's clean. So I think this will be okay. We'll just keep the white ones white and a good pair of spares. So I sanded down this lip right here, got all the chip off of it, got it down to bare metal, and I now primed it so that way it is protected. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the driver's side fender so we can continue making progress on the passenger side and both fenders. Whew. Okay, so let's rinse and repeat. After sanding down the quarter panel, there is some body filler underneath, but I think this is from factory because the base coat and clear coat is actually on top of it. For the most part, it's really nice and smooth and straight, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. The peely clear coat is feathered out, so there is no hard line anymore from the quarter all the way to the pillar to the doors itself, all feathered out. And got the entire passenger side sanded down with, I believe, 150 I do have 220 now, and probably gonna do like a final 400 with the entire car when it's ready. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave it at the 150. And all the body filler from the quarter, the doors to the fender is nearly done. Nearly, because I need to do a low spot right there, but that shouldn't take long at all. Now the pillar, I didn't fill it in. I want to use the stud welder to pull it out as much as I can, and then you know, massage the metal a little bit before we fill it with body filler. Because if I do too much right there, slamming the door 1,000 times probably would crack it, even though lightweight body filler takes a good amount of force to really pop it off the panel. But I want to try to do more metal work here than body filler, so probably going to do that next. But aside from that, ready for primer. Guys, I've been working in the dark trying to get as much done as possible. It is 10 o'clock, so I decided I'm going to cut it right here. Didn't fully get what I wanted done, but progress is better than no progress. Yesterday we did the sand down and bodywork on the driver's side. Today's goal was the passenger, and we're almost there, dude. We're almost there. Quarter panel, both doors, fender, pillar, all sanded down. Bodywork is all sanded down and primered. The quarter panel ready to rock and roll. I did find a little mini dent right there. You can see a low spot, not a big deal. The pillar right here, didn't fully sand it down because it was still drying. It's dried now, probably just gonna sand that tomorrow. But door all primered up. This one had just a one here, and then the pinstripes where I sanded down past the paint is all primered as well. The fender itself had to do 2 rounds of body filler because I missed a spot, but that's all done, primered up. Under the light, it looks really good. It looks really good. I mean, maybe right there I don't have a hard line, but you know, you're really not going to notice that. Not going to bother me either, so I'm not worried about it. Fender ready to rock and roll. The other side, driver's side, I actually forgot about that. I did the entire passenger, then I was like, shoot, I forgot to sand down the driver. So driver's side, sanded it completely down. Got this one fixed. This one almost done, second filler, because had a low spot right here. And this one is done. This one, I thought the dent I saw was here, or actually it was here, and then after I sanded it down, I had a low spot here, so I had to refill this section right here around 2 fillers. So this right just needs to be blocked off, should be ready to rock and roll. The let me get my light on here. The driver's side, I've shown you guys this, all done. I did do a second coat of primer since I have the new can, and it is a high build from Transtar, so you can see the 2 layers of gray primer. But just to kind of soak it in a little bit before I wet sand it, nice and smooth. But these guys all done. This right here, I did forget to sand it while I was working on the passenger side, but it just needs to be blocked off and it should be ready for primer. Gas cap, quarter, all done. I'm actually happy about this because we had that kink that was in here. Now it's nice and straight, so that's ready to rock and roll. These up here, this pillar, all sanded off as well too, so that's ready to rock and roll. I'm stoked because all that's really left is the hood, the roof, and the trunk. The trunk is pretty damn straight for an EF sedan. Most people sit slam and there's like a lot of dents on the edge, but this trunk, pretty damn clean. So trunk just needs a sand down, hood needs to be blocked and probably body worked as well too, because this is fiberglass, came out of a mold. There are some imperfections, like I don't know, like right here in the corner. I kind of accidentally chipped that off right there. I did chip this one off, you can't see it, but there is a chip right here, so I'm gonna have to fill that in. But I'll show you guys the roof real quick. You can see it better in this angle. The roof has a cave-in right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little cave-in right there. And then we have this dent that I need to pull out and fill in, but after we pop this out. I don't think it's going to take us long to do all of that. And then once we finish trunk, roof, hood, we should be able to get ready for some vinyl wrapping. I've just been kicking butt these last 2 days, staying out here late and just trying to knock it out because I'm motivated. While I have this motivation, I'm really just trying to get going with the whole entire process. I was also on the phone with Son from S1 earlier today as well too, and he gave me some updates on the all-wheel drive diff mount. That should be on the way here real soon. And dude, this Envision is slowly coming to life. I don't know if I told you guys this, but we are set for voyage mid-May down to Lake Elsinore for the Honda meet, also known as the IPOC meet. Last year I was out there with S1 as well, but I was in my KRX. This year the sedan is going to be one of the booth cars, so I'm stoked about that, and I'm super looking forward to it. I'm super stoked for the entire outcome of this build, and I hope you guys are too. I'm going to wrap up the video right here. I hope you guys enjoy the progress update, the body work on the EF sedan. If you guys did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around and see some vinyl wrapping on the EF sedan, I'm probably going to do this in section just so I don't feel rushed to do it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.